Hey guys, it's your favorite farm boy skier, Roof and Solar Man. How are we all doing today? It's Wyatt, the Roof and Solar Man Duncan here. Glad to have you. We have some big news coming around in Colorado for all residential XCEL Energy customers. I wanted to touch on this and give you input on what all to consider with solar, renewable energies, with this new rate change that is starting to be rolled out starting this year, 2021. So the Colorado Public Utilities Commission, they approved XCEL Energy's request to start transitioning ratepayers to the new time of use rate structure. This is big stuff. Imagine having solar currently where any excess energy you produce, it's sent back to the grid. And when you need that energy, when your system isn't producing, you get it back at the same prevailing rate. It's a fixed price, one-to-one trade. And you take from your energy credits bank, but it's a fixed rate. And then, all of a sudden, you get a piece of mail from your power company where they inform you that you're being transitioned over to this new time of use rate structure. We're now going from a fixed rate to a variable rate. So what can we do, especially if you have solar already? On the new time of use rate structure, we're charged 3 variable rates throughout the day. And your system is producing electric for 5 cents per kilowatt hour in the off-peak hours. And in the shoulder hours, you're producing your electric for 6 to 7 cents per kilowatt hour. Now when the sun's going down, and everybody's getting home, getting ready to use all that electric, cooking and cleaning, you're getting charged 13, 14 cents a kilowatt hour if your system isn't producing during these on-peak hours. Amazing. So all that excess energy credits we're producing during the off-peak and shoulder hours that's in your electric credits bank, these can be used to pay for those on-peak hours when your system isn't producing. But please remember, it's a variable rate. How many credits would you need to send back to the grid to compensate for that higher on-peak kilowatt hour rate? It's going to take almost 3 times. It's going to take you 3 off-peak kilowatt hour credits just to pay for 1 on-peak kilowatt hour credit on this new time of use rate structure. It's insane. I mean, what are you asking yourself? I mean, is it even worth going solar? Let's put ourselves in a broken viewfinder's shoes here. Imagine opening up your electric bill only to find you're being charged $700 for electric for that month. And better yet, they're changing your time variables from your current rate structure, and they're going to increase your rates. What do you think your bill is going to be this next month with all these rate changes? Or let's put ourselves in Gator's shoes here. Imagine having solar for the last 6 months and having no electric bill. You're happy with your system. You don't plan on adding any extra electric use in the future. And then all of a sudden you get a letter from the power company stating that you're being transitioned over to the new time of use rate structure. I mean, what are you thinking in your head? What if you don't change your on-peak electric usage? Will I have an electric bill again? There's a good chance you will if your system was designed for the fixed tier rate structure and not for the variable time of use rate structure. The electric your system produces in the morning and those early afternoon hours is not worth the same as the electric you produce in the later afternoon evening hours on a time of use rate structure because it's a variable rate. So what can we do? Is it even worth going solar? You bet it is, and it all depends. I know you may be thinking like Brian here. Imagine being Brian and say you've been looking into solar and you're finding this negative perception with proceeding forward to go solar. I mean, all these rate structure changes, all these price increases, and this negative perception. But what if solar could still work for you? What if you could still combat the ever-changing electric rates and environmental impact? This is why I'm doing this research and creating solutions. It's important to know the overall impact, what all you can expect before making the commitment. I mean, this energy market is evolving, and the environmental standards that are needing to be met. So let's go back to Gator's situation, having solar already, and hypothetically, let's say your system was designed to offset 100% of your usage on the fixed tier rate structure and not designed for the time of use rate structure plan. And say you don't plan on changing your electrical usage. With this kind of scenario, and you having your system installed already, we could potentially do more of a max offset than 100%. We could go up to 120% max offset. This is our allowed max offset with XCEL Energy for the net metering program. I I mean, we could, if we can catch more production in the evening hours or even producing enough excess energy credits during the day to offset those higher on-peak rates, we shouldn't be seeing another electric bill. I mean, it really comes down to how you're using your electric and how much production we can get from our system. We need to consider system design, overall impact, long-term savings. Let's say, imagine you're not producing enough credits from your solar to offset an electric bill caused by this on-peak usage. What else can we consider? This is where energy storage comes in. This is the game changer to help ensure no more electric bills. We can charge our battery with the excess system production during the day, and then the evening hours, the on-peak hours, we can discharge the battery so we're using our own electric and not having to draw from the solar credits bank to pay for those expensive on-peak electric rates. Are you with me? Is this making sense? I'd love to connect with you, give you any input, answer any questions you may have. Happy to look over a current solar proposal assessment with you and give you my 2 cents. Just leave me your name and number. I'm happy to reach out. Hope you got some good information today. Thank you. I'm Wyatt, the Roof and Solar Man Duncan.